Kaalia of the Vast. Basically, Kaalia is the kind of deck that can have blisteringly fast starts, overwhelming your opponent with big, scary flyers. But about 75% of the time, someone will sit across the table from you and go, who is your commander again? Oh, Kaalia. How quaint. And then they wait till turn 4, and in response to equipping your Lightning Greaves, they cast a removal spell and laugh maniacally in your face. But that's okay, because now you know who to kill first. So, you need a new plan. My Kaalia deck kind of functions sometimes like a control deck. I draw cards, kill anything that threatens me, and finally, I can close out the game very quickly with some very high-powered threats. So, what does this Kaalia of the Vast character even do? Well, she's a 2/2 flyer for 1 white, black, red. Whenever Kaalia of the Vast attacks an opponent, you may put an angel, demon, or dragon creature from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking that opponent. So, now you can see why Kaalia puts such a big target on your back. A trap that people often fall into when they build Kaalia decks is by putting a bunch of high-drop uncastable creatures and not enough ways to protect yourself when Kaalia doesn't come out as planned every game. The best way to combat this is by adding a lot of ramp artifacts into your deck. 2 mana and colored mana rocks are very important to allow you to accelerate into a turn 3 Kaalia. A large amount of mana rocks also means that later in the game you'll be able to hardcast your big huge fatties. Next are the card draw spells. You're going to need a lot of card draw to keep a steady stream of creatures and removal spells flowing. Tutors are a very powerful way that Black has to get answers right when you need them. Instead of the expensive Demonic Tutor and Vampiric Tutor, you could easily have a budget replacement of Diabolic Tutor and Dark Petition. Next, we have cards to protect Kaalia. Swiftfoot Boots and Lightning Greaves also give her haste so she can attack right away. Mother of Runes is a very annoying and difficult thing that can not only protect Kaalia, but all of your other big creatures as well. Next, we have our creature removal spells. Insert Terminate, Condemn, or Doom pun here. Next, we have a few more removal spells that are a little bit more versatile. And now, the board wipes! End Hostilities is really great against Voltron decks. Crux of Fate can be a one-sided board wipe in your favor. You could add Damnation, but it's a lot of money, and you could also add a Wrath of God, but it has a little bit less utility than the spells I've put here. Next, we have a small suite of reanimation spells. Whip of Erebos is particularly good, because giving lifelink to a bunch of 6/6s gains you a lot of life. Next, we have some pretty sweet utility artifacts. Quicksilver Amulet is basically Kaalia as a rock. And then, we have Psionic Resonator, which lets you put out 2 creatures every time Kaalia attacks. Now that you got Kaalia all tricked out, well, it's time for the creatures. So, for our demon cards, we got a lot of sweet abilities to offer. We got some cost reduction, some card draw, some tutoring, an instant kill, steal some creatures from the opponent. Wait. An instant kill? Usually, Master of Cruelties can only attack alone, but when Kaalia throws him out onto the battlefield, that clause does not matter in the slightest. So then, when the person's life total becomes 1, Kaalia smacks him for the last little bit of damage. Next, we have our dragon creatures. The dragons shown here act as removal because whenever they hit your opponent, they destroy a creature. These dragons make token decks look pretty embarrassing. The next dragons we have are just plain powerful. One dragon gets you extra combat steps, the other gets you extra dragons, and the final one gets you extra artifacts that your opponents have lying around. And finally, we have our fast aggro dragons. If the game seems to drag on for a bit, these guys will finish it pretty fast. Next come our angel cards. Angel of Serenity and Angel of Despair act as more removal, and Bassandra and Angelic Arbiter screw up combat for your opponents. And may I say, holy crap, Angelic Arbiter can be very annoying to play against. Here we have what I like to call our aggro angels. Gisela, Aurelia, and Acroma are super good at pushing damage through. I always thought Gisela was so beautiful and strong, taking orders from no one. Well, I guess not anymore. Well, moving on. Here we've got the low end and the high end of our curve. Sublime Archangel and Archangel of Thune are good early plays that can accrue value over time. Avacyn, Angel of Hope, can protect all your other creatures, and Rhea can start bringing them back from the graveyard. And here we have the notable lands for the deck. Vault of the Archangel can gain you a lot of life, while Hall of the Bandit Lord, at the price of life, can give your creatures haste. Urborg is really good at fixing your mana, and Maze of Ith allows Kaalia to attack even into the most hostile of board states. So, have I convinced you to come to the dark side? Or the light side? Or the fiery side? Before we go, I'd like to try something new. I've recently acquired a copy of Sorin Grim Nemesis and Sneak Attack to add to my Kaalia deck. What do you guys think I should take out to make room for these very powerful cards? Please leave your responses in the comments below. And remember to like, subscribe, or share this video with your friends if it was helpful to you. This is MTG Lissy signing off.